Hey, it's your girl Monique 69 Ways Johnson. I'm here with Miss Kira Speaks, and we are here to have a ponderosa about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya versus Brit, how we get here, basically. Yeah.
Did we get here?
Yes,
Oh
nobody's supposed to
Lord,
be here, okay?
no, at all.
Oh, hey, Jay.
Hey, hey,
Hey, Candy Love.
hey,
Yes, what she
Andy, hey,
said. Do all
Shayna.
the things. Do all
All
the
the
things,
things.
please. Hey, twin. Yes. Yes. Do all the things. Make sure you are subscribed if you are new here, and hit the like button for us, and share this video out because we is about to get some things about this whole
Ooh.
Kenya versus Brit. We are not talking about the last episode, not too tough. We're not going through that. We just talk about like how did it all started. Like, no, we is not talking, we're not going through this episode, this last episode. We're gonna talk about how we get here. Like, how did it all start? Like, all this transpired within 3 weeks of filming. Like,
Yes, ma'am. Over
then we
some
got
bullish.
all of that drama.
Cause
Okay.
y'all Portia be the voice of reason. Like what?
How you say her
Not
name?
Portia.
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 Yes. Yeah, this was the first time. I think this is like the first episode I agree with Portia on. So
Yeah, she wasn't
yeah.
wrong. That's why I said, "Oh, okay, well."
Yes.
I mean, never mind about what she be doing, but in reference to Kenya and Brit or Brisket, because Erica De Niro be calling her everything, but I said, not
I think I
Brisket.
maybe second call her British in my. It's gonna
Oh, I
upload
like
after this
British.
when it's
Oh,
over. Yeah, I had a childhood friend named British. Like
I like British from
British.
basketball wise. She was cool.
Oh no,
Not oh
was she?
no. Okay, never mind. Moving on. Back to this one.
Yeah, so how did we get here, Miss Kara? Like, what do you think it started at? What do you think it started at for you?
Hello. It started at hello. That's where we started.
Hey, look,
We started at hello.
it started at hello. Hey, I am not mad. So I'm trying to see if I can find this clip right quick.
Because I was all the way confused. And that's why I say I agree with Portia. I feel like she was a fan. You're a fan, you a fan,
You're
you
a
a
fan, you're a
fan.
fan.
And she thought she was getting that Kenya, and we ain't had that Kenya in a little while. I mean, you bought her back out.
We ain't have that kid since. That's what I was saying. I think in my review that's gonna upload after we get off here.
Okay.
That the last time I remember Kenyan being that kind of Kenya was the
Like two
cookie
seasons
lady
ago.
with Tanya.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what I said. Let me know because that's what my brains like go to. Like it stopped
She's
like
had
there.
little,
Like
she's had little things since then, if you want to put it in terms of like smaller things. But like for a good 2 seasons, she ain't even really been on that. Like she'll give you a little, she gonna give you a little zinger, she gonna give you a line, but
right.
because I did not like Kenya. I was not a Kenya fan. And baby, they used to tear me up on Twitter. I said, oh, these Kenya fans is ruthless.
So you're not
But
a
I didn't
Kenya
like
fan?
her. Yeah. Hmm.
I
Now, when
mean,
she was Miss, whatever her title was, I thought, oh, she's a beautiful dark skinned black woman. She got on the show. I was ready, and she came with the
Miss
antics. I was
USA,
like, nah.
Miss Michigan USA. So yeah.
I said, nope. I don't like her. And even after she had Brooklyn, she kind of started to mellow out a little bit, but she still had a
That's
little.
what I said. That's what I said. Like
Hmm.
Kenya was not the old Kenya. So I was confused what Britt was trying to do,
I
to be
don't know
honest.
either, child.
So
But definitely not maybe not the last 2 seasons, but definitely not the last season. I'm like, I don't know what you thought you was gonna. I mean, if you push anybody, they can get to a level. But I'm like, girl, what are you doing? This ain't what's her name? Who she shook her chair. That's what she thought she was about to get.
oh yeah,
Kim
Kim
Fields.
Fields. Yep.
Hmm.
Kim Fields. Let's see. if I can find this clip.
Look at Drew. Oh, yikes.
So basically, it started with a hello at Shamia's birthday party, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. You didn't
Because
get her hug.
Kenya came in last, right? I think because Cynthia was
Yes.
already there.
Mm-hmm.
Or a bad wig. No,
Well, Portia was last, but the last of the acceptable last.
Yeah, when it was still light outside before it got dark. Because if you notice, this right here, it's light outside, but by the time Portia came, it was dark. Okay, it was at night. Okay, so yeah, Kenya came in, introducing herself, and she was hugging Cynthia and I think Drew, because she already know them.
Right.
And Shamia of it all, so she knows them. Only people she don't know is Kelly, Angela, and Brit.
The new girls.
Basically, yeah, the new girls. She don't know none of them. So, she just introducing herself, and you say hi, smiling, being nice. Last time I checked, and
confusion
is right. I don't know what happened. So it's like she said hello. No, they was talking about divorce.
Yes.
Who's getting divorced? They was pointing out who's getting divorced. So we know
Drew,
Kenya,
Portia,
but she wasn't there yet. But Portia and Kelly said she was getting divorced, because we already know her divorce is almost final at this point. She's like, I'm going through a divorce. So yeah, and Angela, she's still married. Her husband, Charles, and Britt was flashing that glass ring.
My man.
I don't know how real it is. So yeah, and then she was like, "Oh, you engaged?" She said, "This is my second ring." She's like, "What? Where's the band?" Because she said this is a second ring. I was like, Kenny probably thought it was like
I don't
a
even
second
think
marriage.
she said, "Where's the band?" I think that would have been a little more clear, but
I thought she said, okay, like she said usually people wear a band with it. You know how you have if you marry, you have your
but I don't.
ring.
Did she say that to her though? I thought she just asked, and she said, "Oh, are you engaged?" She said, "No, I'm married." And she said, "This is the second ring." And she was like, "You've been married twice?" And she said, "No,
Yeah,
this is the upgrade." And she was like, "Oh, you got an upgrade in the first." I took it as in, "Where's the band?" I don't think she said that, but even still, like, I'm old school. I know maybe like the newer girls might not do a band, so just say that, like, "No, this is my ring, girl. I don't do the band." But I guess she didn't pick up on that. I think I'm.
Okay, Shayna said, "I think Kenya mentioned it because it doesn't have a band.
Right.
That's why she thought it was engaged." Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I'm used to seeing the band too, so I get what Kenya was talking about, because, like you said, old school. Because we think about the old school way, but so we got to like this
Kenya
is
in my age range. She a little bit older.
Yeah, she's older. She's like 53, 54.
Yeah.
So new. I guess this is 2025. I guess girls is not wearing the bands no more. They just hold on to the ring. So Britt took offense to it. She got in her panties in a bunch about it. Oh, because she
could have flipped that, and she could have been like, "No, old lady," or some kind of snazzy way, like, "Oh, we don't do bands no more." Like this is
Yeah, but it's the way that the way she took offense to it. Like, girl, like, we see the ring. It's okay. We get it.
That's your twin, child. She do need to get that ring size.
Yeah, she do need to get the size, because the way she was doing this, and then she was in the confessional, and then yeah, it's like I'm like, girl, don't wave your hand too hard, because it might slip off. Okay, so yeah. Okay.
I don't mean to cross shows, but can we take from when they were talking about Married to Medicine to King? He said, "Oh, size 6." I know the size. You know what I'm saying? And you might have to get it slightly sized, but if you know their size, it should. That man just said, "Huh."
Yeah,
Just
it was
went
a
and
hot
grabbed something.
ass mess. Yes. Why could I find this clip for the life of me? They pissed me off for Bravo.
Oh, you're trying to find it on. Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah, I
like, where are
thought
you looking? It was just
on
silly, and it was
YouTube.
weird to me because, like, we know Kenya has like mommy issues. And you would think like Brit has mommy issues, but baby, we met your mama. You see, it seemed like you okay. So I don't.
Yeah, but we met her sister and we know how she is. You see how she talked to her sister? And then
Yeah.
that's the oldest, one of the oldest sisters. So that's the
But
crazy part for me.
siblings is like, I give you siblings, but
But these are our older siblings, so that won't they be like it depends on how older they
mother
are
figure.
than her. Yeah, mother figure. Yeah, because
But your
some
mom is
people
your
do.
mom, and your mom is usually the reason why you have, your friendships aren't so great. Like that's why Kenya has.
Yeah, we know why Kenya has
Right.
and stuff like
Well,
that.
that's how
Yeah.
Brit was acting, okay? Like she had a mama. Cause why you so salty and you so mad about a hug? And then she was mad that after that, like, oh, you gave everybody else a hug. She's like, no, just my friends. Like just my friends, just Cynthia. And when we got it popping at the party, it was over a hug. Like, girl, relax.
Yeah, but yes, it was just at a while. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Yara salad.
I don't even think I have a Twitch. That's Twitch, right?
Yep, that's Twitch. Yes, that's Twitch. So yeah, so this is where it started with the whole ring of it all, and Kenya didn't mean no harm. It wasn't that deep for me. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't that deep. So
No.
I don't know about anybody else. It wasn't that deep. Some people said she was shady about it, but I don't think she was shady. She was just trying to get some clarity about it. You know what I mean? Like,
I
what is
wouldn't
you
have took
saying to
it
me?
like that. I think the only part that might have been a little bit shady was when she said, "Oh, it's the upgrade," and Kenya says something about, "Oh, you got to upgrade," and I don't remember her exact wording, but I'm like that was a little snippy, but
Yeah, but Kenya, I mean, her banter could be like a little light shade. It's not that deep.
yeah,
She could get catty.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
wouldn't have took that personal either, but like Shayna said, she's just a fan who wanted to start a problem.
Hey, Nita.
Hey, Nita, she shouldn't. I just feel like, why go for Kenya of all people? Why not go for
Look,
like
I'm gonna tell you
Drew
this. Like I said in one
or
of my
even
recaps,
Portia?
look, no, Kelly going after Portia because she like why she still that man husband is giving like the producers like gave them the lay of the land or they came up with the plan together since they was and at this moment in time they was good Judies, Kelly and Britt, they was good Judies. Like, I'm gonna go after
Yeah,
Portia,
that's
you gonna
true.
go after Ken, the
Okay, well,
OG on the show.
she should have took Drew, okay? Because ain't not wasn't
Well, Drew
Kelly
is
would have been
not OG. She's like in her junior
okay, but
year
she still was there.
or sophomore year.
Kelly would have been more better to take on Kenya than Britt. Britt didn't have it in her. She didn't have it in her. But Kelly and
Well,
Kenya get along, so there's that.
right. Kelly was like, I like Kenya. She's like, I don't know what they got going on. So yeah.
Because Kelly doesn't seem to back down, and Kelly doesn't seem to like take things so personal. Like Britt is
Dang,
like, girl,
Shayna.
what? It's true. She did sign up
Shayna
for it.
said, I don't care. She said the fans signed up. So it comes with the territory. I think so too. So I think Britt and Kenya. Yep. That's what it's giving off. So yep.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But yeah, that's where it started. So, as time went on, we see episode 2, we saw her talking to her family in laws about it, about a girl coming to like
She gonna tell
making a
anybody
snide
that can
remark
listen
about her.
about this doggone ring.
I know, I know,
Anybody that will
I know.
listen. Like, oh, and you remember, oh, the weather's nice outside. You
Look,
remember
I
the
just
other
say
day
after
when Kenya had shaded my ring and she don't even got no ring. She don't even got no man. Like, who cares?
right. It's like Kenya and Kenya mine, I bet you she as soon as that moment was over, she was like, okay, whatever. She ain't thought about it since. I mean, she went home to Brooklyn and played in makeup and play dress up. Like,
Soon as
she
she
did
went
not think
inside
about Brit.
Shamia's house, she was done. Went inside like, ooh, elevator. Like,
Right, this is nice, girl. You got
nobody
levels.
think about you.
Right, nobody was thinking about that. So let's see. So we're gonna like I said, as time went on, she was mentioning the Code Kenya thing, how she's so snooty and she feel like she's stuck up and um know how to talk to people. So now this is at the Balmain charity event. This was Kelly Balmain charity event. It was just funny. Like I did say in my recap, I'm looking like for somebody who have so much problem with Kenya, you graciously hug her with a smile.
She's delusional.
Because in real life, a BIT that CH I ain't messing with, I'm not hugging him.
I'm not.
I don't even know why I'm saying hello.
I'll say hello because we co-workers, and I could be cordial, but you're not getting a hug.
I might do a faint wave or
Hey, girl.
a
Hey.
general hello everyone.
Hey,
Hey
guys.
everybody.
But she's delusional because when she went for that little dog walk or whatever with, was it when she went with Angela when she was saying
it was Angela
that, or was that her
because
green screen when she was, oh, Kenya is one way while she's by herself. When have you been with Kenya by herself? But when she's in front of people, ma'am, where, when?
I'm
None of
like,
us have
please
seen it.
please show the footage, producers. Please show the footage because I'm looking like this stuff is
She's
not
the
adding
only.
up.
She's the only one to say that though. Nobody else is saying it, so that's why I'm like, she's living in her head, child.
I could have
Yeah, we
handled
know you
Kenya
could
better.
have. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't even like when I have to hug neighbors. Look, that's why I stay at home. Not ashamed of being fake at church. That's hilarious. But yeah, so you gotta pretend at church, like, yeah, like I rock with
Yeah,
this
that's why the
person.
panorama was good because you could get your 5 feet. Please do not breathe on me. Don't try to hug me. Thank you very
No,
much.
church was on the Zoom. Okay, we was Zoom,
Exactly.
and that was
Exactly.
it. But yeah, so this is the hug. I was like, I don't understand you. It's like making no sense, girl. You lost me. Looks straight. She's so silly. But yeah, right.
Turn to
Right.
your neighbor. No, thank you. Mm-mm.
But yeah, so we got the hug at the Balmain. See, like everything is fine. So I don't know what happened because this episode with the Balmain, the charity event, it was
Episode
before the
like
bank
3.
dinner. Yeah, episode 3. This is episode 3, y'all. So like, okay, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on. You know how you look in the background when the event going on when somebody is in front of the camera. I don't see no kind of like mean interaction or conversation between these two. It's just like they're just sitting pretty, casual conversation. It's not like a heated exchange or whatever. It's not like a,
Kenya was there with Brooklyn matching. I think Kenya and Brooklyn and Portia and Pilar. Like Kenya is not gonna come with no friction when her child is there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's cutesy. We come to spend some money for charity. And she was fine with that. Meanwhile, next event, like how do we keep getting back here?
I have no clue. No clue because y'all
She
at
liked that
Shami's
little pat
birthday,
because
y'all was fine.
she liked the little pat hug here. It was fine here. She loved it. Next time the little pat hug wasn't no good. I said, man, please pick a struggle.
And look at Angela in the back. Yeah, so yeah, pick a struggle is right. So the gang. We gonna get to episode 4. The gang at the bank boat dinner. Angela bank boat dinner. So yeah, this is the next episode after 3. And Kenya had 3 questions. It was like the Kenya show. It was like the
Yeah, that
Kenya
was
moment.
crazy.
It was like the underwear. What's the color of your underwear? And then the other question is like, why you have a problem with happily married woman? She was like women. I'm like, girl, you don't even know how to write a complete sentence.
That
Yeah,
was
so we know
Brit.
that was your question, Brit. She's like women. And then Kenya was having fun
The
initially.
underwear one was funny, child.
Yeah,
I
because
said,
the
"Oh
camera didn't
Lord."
really pan there, but it's like Portia. It was like a good kiki between her and Portia. It was like a good
They knew
vibe
better,
between them.
child. Kenya said, "You bet."
Talking about
Camera that way.
her cooch is fat or something. It was crazy, but it was fun. It was like fun. It was like they
Mhm.
was having a good time until they got to the last question, which turned out to be that Angela is the one who wrote the question. Like I said in my recap, that I get why she wrote the question, because mind you, this episode, at the beginning of the episode, they was walking,
Right, walking the dogs.
and that's when
But
she
Angela liked to be on both sides of the fence too.
yeah, she do. But I get why she wrote the question though. I'm not gonna hold you. I
I'm
get
not
why she
writing no question for nobody else though. Well, you ain't got nothing you want to ask. You knew you ain't got nothing
that
else you want to
why
ask.
she ain't had nothing she wanna ask. So she asked something on behalf of her friend. I guess she thinks she was doing her solid, but
Baby, we
little
are
did you know,
adults.
we didn't know Kenya was gonna have 3 questions. Okay.
Baby, no. And Kenya still kept it cute about that.
Yeah, talking about why can you talk to Brit nicely or something? She was like, I have been nice to everyone actually at this
Well,
episode. She's like, no, you
first, I
talking
think
about
we skipping
me.
ahead before you even get to the game. She had a problem with the hug because she's like, "Oh,
Oh
it was a little
yes.
pat.
Let's
She
talk
just
about
gave
it.
you a pat at the last thing, and it was fine."
Well, mind you, look at the color Kenya's wearing. She wearing like a teal green kind of
Mhm.
color of a dress, Versace dress. She said, I do not want to get makeup on my dress, which is understandable because she is wearing a light color
Right,
dress. She decided to get out of dress code, come out of dress
right.
code for this event. So yeah. So I mean, Drew didn't bitch and moan about her air kiss when she went around. That's
Nobody
what I said
cared.
in my review. He ain't better than me because it's been a general hey to everyone. Hey, ladies.
But she came in her off color, ready to have fun, walking her little
Right.
runway. Like, yeah,
Good
I'm not,
vibes.
but I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Let's go.
Right. Don't start, Kenya. They're going to pitter pat. Don't start. Don't start what? She acknowledged you. You lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, Angela is fake and phony like her nose. Oop, did I say that out loud?
Ooh,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
ooh.
But anyway, so the game.
Even her and Shamia made up, child.
Yeah, the
And
olive branch.
they was throwing some little zingers at each other, child.
They was throwing some stuff at each other. I'm not gonna hold you, but it was entertaining, but it's also
It
kind of
was.
low.
It could have gone left.
Like, yeah, it could have, it almost did go left because y'all start attacking or talking about physical appearance. That's where you lost me. Because if that's how you feel about Angela, that's right how you feel about one of your friends in your sucker friend groups in your real life. Like,
Yeah.
relax. Y'all live in Atlanta because everybody getting plucked and stuff and
Weak and
tweaked and right. That's what it look like. So relax. So yeah. But yeah, it's the question. And she got hyped. She said, "But we talking about me and stuff like that." She's like, "Oh, can you like what?" She was like, "Well, I'm gonna let you have your moment because you're looking for a moment."
right.
She said, "No, you looking for a moment. Can you like I am
I
the moment?"
am the moments. Flips hair.
This girl,
Ain't got
right?
none.
Call her a peasant. I guess the peasant is the one that sent her off.
Yeah.
She called Kenya
From
out
what we
her name.
saw, unless there was something, well, although Kenya said there wasn't nothing else, child.
Okay, I was say because she called her a B. She said, I haven't sent for her. She said, thank you for using my catchphrase. She can't handle it. She couldn't handle it because Kenya was matching her
Like,
energy at that point.
this
Because Kenya
little
was
baby,
cool at first. And then Kenya was like, oh, this girl want a moment. So I'm gonna match her energy.
Kenya
I mean,
was
then Kenya,
slicing, giving her a little paper cut, slicing her up with the ow,
right? I'm
ow,
like,
ow. That wasn't even her best work, child.
that's what I said. I said that's light work. We see what she did in the past. That's all I'm looking like. What? Man, so that peasant,
Like
I
she
guess,
was
took her
trying to
over.
keep it. I don't know why. I
Yeah, I
I
don't
guess
know.
generally speaking, if somebody called me a peasant in everyday life, it might be a problem. I'm not going to be physical because I'm grown and I like to stay out of jail. But I guess I could see how I would feel. But you on a reality show, like you'll be called worse, and I'm sure you have been called worse. But okay.
Considering her old line of work, or
Whoop,
current, I
whoop,
don't know.
whoop,
I
whoop.
don't know, allegedly, because look, as you see at the screen at the bottom, all content is allegedly.
Allegedly, allegedly. And she was getting
So
on my
yeah,
nerves too. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so she got hyped. Then I mean, Kenya stopped talking at the table. Like
Mhm.
as they was getting their gifts from Angela, they made it to the door. Kenya wasn't even saying nothing to the child. It's like she
At
did it
all.
at that table, and this girl just decided to go on, keep going on. Let me call my husband, so
Who
somebody
likes
who loves
me?
me,
Does he, girl? Because he don't look like he
right?
likes you, but okay.
With your
Go.
codependent ass, but go off. Anyway, yeah, she said, "Let me call my husband," and then she talking to Kelly. And she talking about, I still got my pistol. You tell that Kenya was looking uncomfortable because she called out for Drew and Portia. You know, she's gonna have somebody come out there with her because, mind you, her car is not there. She waiting for her car to arrive. So I'm
Yeah.
like, but Portia car was pulled up. So
Yep. He's like, are
then
you
we hear
getting
Mike.
in? Hell yeah, I'm
I
getting
saw
in.
Mike coming from the back. I'm like, Mike was already there. Like, y'all people was already there because I'm pretty sure Kelly security guard was somewhere and sitting waiting for the
Yeah.
scene to be over. Cause you know how that goes. If y'all know about anything about production, y'all know sometimes they have their peoples waiting
Mm-hmm.
in the back or whatever.
Well, Kelly, I can understand because remember Kelly when she went out with Kenya had the bodyguard like right there, right there. I was like, dang,
I would call her a flea, a gnat. Girl, get out, get away from me.
you got to have thick skin, like especially if you're gonna be able to zing it and you on a reality show, you got to be able to take it. Like I'm gonna go cry in the car, but you're not gonna have me sitting
Look,
up
for a
here
fan,
looking
I guess
crazy.
she forgot about that rule. Like for a fan, like if you gonna go toe to toe,
You better
let's
zing
go.
it. Even say some shit
Right.
that don't make no sense, but you gotta.
She went to some street stuff with the whole pistols and whips and
You
pistols.
don't know me.
Even her husband outside said, "Yo," as he was trying to unmic her, like you is doing way too much.
She
If your
was.
husband said you doing way too much, you is doing too much. I don't know that peasant. You would think she would have called her a 304. Okay,
I think she'd have been better with her calling her that because
that's what I'm saying. Like
that peasant sent her right on over.
that's it. Cause girl, you lost me. You lost me for real. So that was the
And Kenya
whole
wasn't
looks
being
and pistol.
aggressive in saying it or anything. She just,
She just let that girl kept spewing, spewing, spewing. And production is out there, security out there. Mind you, it's just a lot.
yeah,
So she
this is
hopped
when we
in.
should have fixed the problem before we got to episode 5.
Well, I would if I was Kenya, I would have called my. I think I said this in my review.
Yeah,
I would have
attorney.
called my lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be calling somebody like, and they had to get in touch with Barbo because hers keeps saying not once but twice about pistols. Like, no,
Yeah,
I'm from Chicago. We don't do that. Mm-mm. Nope, 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 nope. I don't know what they do over there. And they was in
yeah.
Bankhead. I heard that's a hood in Atlanta.
That's what they say.
So I'm like, yo, when somebody said they got a pistol or whatever, a blicky, I'm gonna take that serious.
Exactly. I don't know if you got it. I think that's why she was so uncomfortable. She ended up getting in the car with Portia and them because it's like,
Portia.
are you going to
I'm
your
glad
car to
Portia
get it?
offered a ride. Right. No,
Because
she just I
what are
think
we
they just
doing?
spun the block just to get her out of that environment, out of that area, because just to get
Yeah,
her out that scene. I
right.
think
But that's what
that's
I'm
what it was.
saying. Even for her to just to do that, because if you're saying that, I don't know if you're going to the car to. You got your husband with you. Are you
Oh
going to
yeah,
the
yeah.
car to get
It,
it?
Yeah,
Is
she
it
could
in
be
your
going to the car.
is it in your bag? Like,
Right. That
I'm
too.
not gonna stick
That
around to
too.
find out. Like, mm-mm,
Nobody finna change their life. She gotta get home to Brooklyn.
hell no. We too old
Right.
for all of that.
Okay. That's that little hip hop stuff. I'm like, wrong show.
I was gonna say not even and I'm talking in terms of hands and feet. We ain't talking about no pyong pyong because that's a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Kenya should have maybe been a little more active in, because the show should have protected her. I get her
That's why I
take on
said I
that.
think the production team did not like Kenya. Okay.
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying. But that's
That's what
crazy
it
because
felt like.
she if Kenya is gonna be removed, like we may have not even got to episode 5 and what happened there if we had just given her, like, even if it was a couple of days, like, you can't film the next whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
give her something. Next thing you know, she making an apology to her in episode 5. What are we doing?
That's what I said. Like, girl, I don't want to harm Kenya. I don't
Lies.
want. I never tried to intimidate her. Girl, boo. I mean, this was the next day, mind you. I'm like, how you go from 100 to a 0? Was you drunk or something?
Baby, ain't that much
I,
drunk in the whole wide world.
well, yeah, not to be mentioned no blickies or pistols, what have you. No, it's not. Because, like, if this the next day, especially when she met up at Shamia's house,
Mm-hmm.
she said she couldn't sleep. I'm looking
Right.
like, what is going on? She said she couldn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So this the next day, you
Angela
are
said, "Did I?"
so remorseful now and so apologetic now. You go from 100 to a 0.
Now
I
I
don't get it.
wonder, did she get a call from
Hey
production? Perhaps
JB,
did she get a call from production? Perhaps that said, "You need to go make it right,"
that night,
and
look,
that's why she started doing that whole apology tour thing.
because it was so quick. Because if I'm not messing with a bitch, I promise you, it's up and it's stuck, and I'll be on some Cardi B stuff. We're gonna be having beef forever.
Forever,
But
you
she
ain't
knows
gonna be
she
better
looked
the
this
next day.
stupid. She knows she
Mhm.
looked this stupid. I'm pretty sure producer said whatever transpired, it did not make no sense, and then she not got there with the whole pistols and whip stuff. So she looked stupid, and I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah, because
sure
I'm sure
somebody
everyone at the dinner was like, What did I
what I
miss?
missed.
Huh?
Right? That's what I'm like. What? Because it did not make no sense. It was whatever she made up in her head was not there. So this time she had to come correct. I don't know what she was
She's
thinking.
so delusional though, JB. I don't even know if she has the wherewithal or the bandwidth to even figure out that she did the most, child.
That's what I'm like.
She
Was she
says that,
drunk?
but I don't know, child. I
Oh
guess.
God!
She could
It's
have been
the
on
next
something,
day.
allegedly.
Yeah, but Kenya stopped talking when she was before she left the table. She
Mm-hmm.
stopped talking, but she kept going on. You would thought Kenya was going back and forth to the door to the parking lot. But Kenya was like calling out for Drew and Portia, just
Mm-hmm.
want somebody to be there to wait with her for her car. So it's like, and then this girl is study talking, and she calling her husband. I don't know what's her next move gonna be. So yeah, she was doing a lot. She was doing a lot. We in the heat of the most moment.
Yeah. I might threaten hands and feet. I ain't gonna threaten them to pull no.
I'm
Well, I
not
ain't got no things to pull out no way, but still, like,
look when you say that stuff in Chicago, they mean that shit.
look, you got to
In
do
the
again.
hood part, they
I'm
mean that
crossing
shit.
shows. You got to do a sweet tea. If you're not that savvy, if you be like, just do that. Heavenly, your mama. Like, come on. If
Right?
you ain't
Throw
got
something
this,
out. Like I like
pull
you
something
forgot
else.
where you was at.
Pull something else
Like
from your hat. This ain't it.
right.
We
So
get our
that
lost for
wasn't it.
words. We say all kinds of crazy things. I just,
Yes, we do. I mean, I get it in the heat of the moment, but not to the point that I would. If I'm mentioning something, that mean I'm about to use it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. So there's that. Um, don't judge me, but I have done it.
Look, Mo, do you have any confessions you want to make? Is that a cancer thing, child?
What's the cancer thing?
Be hot and ready to pull them bang things out?
That's what I'm saying. Like in real life, like for real, if you in the hood from the street, if you announcing something, you better be ready,
No, you
prepared
can't
to
do
use
that.
it. We just not announcing it for fun, okay? Like this is like some real ish. That's what I'm saying. Like yo, we don't judge you, JB. Like
No judgment. We know you be ready
what's
to
that
pass on.
saying? We
I think
listen and we don't judge.
right. I think you got the same birthday as my son, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who
Snap,
got the
crackle,
same
and pop.
birthday?
JB.
Oh, what
Them
sign?
cancers. Cancer. That's what I
Oh,
said.
me.
Mm-hmm.
The
Very,
cancer
very
gang.
sweet. Very peacemaker. But when you set it off, it's set it off. Okay.
That's what I'm
It's
looking like.
Just get out the way. All right. That's all I'm
Okay, don't
saying.
make no announcements if you not for real. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, she went on an apology tour. She went to an apology tour for me to everyone except for the person
Yeah.
she did it to. But at this point, I think old Kenya was activated, and
Yeah.
Kenya did
It
not
was too
care.
late, but she should have at
It
least
was
made an
too
attempt.
late.
Mm-hmm. We know.
You
Look, I
July
know.
cancer.
Yours I can't forget. Mo and Shane I'll be forgetting. Yours I literally cannot.
And me and Shayna, we are June 24th.
Okay. I was gonna say
But
I know we got the
yes,
same day. June
yeah, same
24th,
day.
June 24th, June 24th. I'm gonna
Yeah,
forget tomorrow. It's okay.
it's okay.
Y'all
But
remind me again.
yeah, even
I'm
Portia
June.
was the voice of
I just
reason.
gotta remember the 24th. That's
I
it.
would say, yeah, just June cancer. That's it. That's all. Yeah, even Portia was a voice of reason when she said, like, girl, you have some perceived notion about Kenya. So you came in all wrong. And
Mm-hmm.
she was basically taking up for Kenya on Kenya's side. And
Yeah.
Portia was right. And I agree with Portia. I hate to say it.
That and when
Cause
she was trying to act like she didn't know, because she was saying she didn't mean it and all that stuff, she was like, okay, I was getting at Drew. And if I'm getting at Drew and I go to walk to the elevator and I say like, who am I talking to? I'm like, that girl, 1 + 1 is 2. Thank you. Because she acting like she don't get it.
yeah, yeah, that was crazy. That was wild.
We know JB.
Okay. He said, but hear me out. I don't condone what Brit did. It was seen too much. Yeah, it was. It was just seen too much.
Because it was
Yeah.
no reason for.
I don't
This
think
is
she
not
can
to say
explain it.
that there's ever a reason for it, because I don't want to go there, but
Since the beginning of the season airing, she was quiet on social media until this last episode aired. She did something and she'd be deleting. She'd post and delete.
okay.
And I haven't seen her do any interviews lately, so I don't know.
Like Miss Kenya, wise choice. That's the best thing to do is just be quiet.
Yeah, because they're gonna ask the burning question about this whole melee. But she did lie last year when it first initially came out about it. So there's that. So
I
if Brit
heard.
only said it once with them being in Bankhead. Yes.
I'd have been
And
like,
yeah,
I set this mother off, because that could have been a number of things. But for you to directly refer to the blicky, like, I got that and whips and what child, wait, what is going on?
I don't know. It's just that's something like, was she drunk? I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses, but yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, I
How
heard
you was
somebody else say
on,
was she on
you was on
something.
10, and then you had a 0 the next day, morning, afternoon at Shamia's house. That's wild to me. But yeah, that's just my thoughts about it. Because, like I said, like if you really can't stand to be, stand 10 toes down. That's all I'm saying on what you said. But yeah, I guess she just sorry about the blicky part. I guess because she said she don't want to harm her. So
Right.
moving on. So this is what I came to the conclusion. Like when I saw this on social media, on Twitter, actually, I've kind of forgot about this because this was season 15.
Yes, and they
This
didn't
was
air
a
it.
soft opening. this is the scene that didn't get aired. So
Yep.
Kenya was tight about it. She said, "This is my storyline," because we did see the building when it was
Right.
bare, and then they built
Mm-hmm.
it up. So yeah, so she had the soft opening. So you see, these are season 15 cast members. Yep, in
Which is
France.
what made this so awful.
Yeah, and her father was there at the soft opening. It was nice. I guess.
And
Yeah.
this
So
one,
yeah,
look, this one was nice too, until
yeah, it
it
looked
wasn't.
nice.
Till it
Well,
wasn't.
yeah, both of them look nice actually. And when you look
Mm-hmm.
at both, what's happening, but this one, I guess, things is more built out. I guess more
Yeah.
planned. So
I was
yeah.
happy. I was excited. I was team twirl till we got to that one part, and I was like, "Wait, girl, wait!
Yeah, cause
What
look, it's
are
so
we
nice.
doing?"
Look, she got my favorite color, purple on.
Purple,
She cutting
yes,
the ribbon. She
royalty.
made her grand entrance on the purple carpet. She cut the
Mm-hmm.
ribbons, taking pictures. It was nice to see Miss Lawrence, and Cynthia came in with her braids. Looked better than her witness protection
Yes,
wig she been wearing.
hallelujah. Better than them
So
shake and
yeah.
go wigs, baby. She be
Mm-hmm.
her shake and go. Yep.
That's why I met that Kenya girl. The
That's
producers
what I think
already
a lot
say
of
that.
us are more so
Then you get a
disappointed
second chance after
and
that. Yep.
hurt. I think a lot of us are more disappointed and hurt, like over
Yeah, we
celebrating and being
disappointed.
so happy for her.
Yep.
And then on top of that, the way in which you went about it was like, "Ooh, girl, that you take it low to the floor." She said, "I'm going to hell, baby."
She went below hell, wherever that is. But yeah, I mean, I get it, but not at your own expense, at your own event. I would never
Yes.
give that person
That's the
the
number
attention in
one.
my space. So.
Why would you do this at your event? It was such a beautiful, like, that was my first thing. Before we even got to who is this 304, I was like, why would you do this at your own thing? Oh, mama.
Oh, mama is
Even
right.
if we
I
didn't have
mean,
the really, really bad one, just like, why would you do any of this here?
yeah, I think it's the third one that really took people out. The whole slobbing on the
Hmm.
knob, corn on the cob. Like,
And you could
yeah.
have just said that. You didn't have to have no photo proof like that.
We could have said it, but
Don't make
and
me get
definitely
the
not here.
receipts. Don't make me get the receipts because I got them. They in the car, but not like,
Right. I'm not making no
hey.
poster boards. I'm not printing out no.
And then we didn't see the one. Yeah, I was fine with that one too.
Yeah, me too.
With her different nose. Um,
I
because then they
mean,
said she had one
they
about her being like a scammer with the insurance.
ooh, I don't know.
I saw that on a
I've been
clock
hearing
app.
that since the
Somebody had a
season
picture of it.
started.
Somebody had a picture of it on the floor.
Mm.
So I don't know if
Oh,
she
I
showed
don't
it and they
know.
just didn't show that part.
I mean,
Even
they
if
didn't
she
show
had
any
just
of them.
done that one and the who is the 304, that would have been enough.
Look at Drew's face, child. She was like,
Oof, Lord, that's a lot.
"That's
The
a
heck is
lot,
going on
right?"
here? Yeah,
I ain't
everybody
know we was
was.
having class. I ain't know class was in session, but yeah. Um, she got everybody attention. I just hated that she did, because this supposed to be your big moment. They probably thinking you about to make an announcement. You talking about somebody trying to take food out your daughter's mouth and coming for you and stuff like that.
She
It
starts
was just
making
way left.
this beautiful speech and then says, "I'm that B, been that B." I said, "Okay, Beyonce, I'm gonna pay you dust," and then proceeds to pay her dust. I'm like, "No, Kenya, that's
I mean,
not
give
how
her
paying
attention.
dust goes." Like,
Right, you should have left it at that. And I was feeling I'm that B, I'm still that B, because that's giving that Megan Thee Stallion intro. Because
oh, was
yes.
Meg? Well, I think it was B. I knew it was one of my girls.
JB, leave you alone. And she got the man in the basement, and she got kids to think about. I mean, she
I
came there
did
with Lauren,
say,
so
yeah. See, she corrected me. Meg, I said B.
mm-hmm.
I knew it was one of my ladies. One of my ladies.
I feel like Beyonce is not saying that, child. She'll let
You know,
Meg say it
sometimes
and it be on the
I was
same
gonna say,
record.
sometimes Beyonce be trying to rap, child. every
Yeah, but
now and
she won't say
again.
that.
I mean, she had bow down witches. I mean, what's
She
to
won't say that
say?
verbatim like that.
Okay.
She probably said in a little more subtle
Keep it a
way,
little more class, a little more couth.
right? A little subtle, but yeah. Yeah, so I was feeling that, and then she said, "What she say? Pay the dust," and that was it. I'm in my mind while she was going on with her course, take down Brit 101 course, and I think in her mind she probably think Brit was still there, but Brit tried to get her these flowers in the car, and she paid her dust and went to proceed to call everyone to class, gather around, and
Somebody said,
do
I
her
can't remember
presentation.
who's well I was listening to it said that Brit was there, but they just edited it to make it seem like she had left and didn't see anything. I was like, oh, okay.
Was this someone who was there?
I
I can
don't
see
know.
that too.
I was
'Cause
watching
they
somebody's
made it seem like
live,
she left out
and it
because
was
when she left out, she was not crying. Because I would think she would have cried if they would have saw that third one. If she would saw that third one,
I don't know if she saw the third one, but
she would have
they
been
said
pissed to
that she
cry.
was
Because mind you, Kelly went after her and she was not doing none of that. It was no
yeah.
expression. So I don't know.
Maybe she only saw this first one with the noses and whatnot, because
Like Kelly
I
did,
wouldn't
because
care nothing
Kelly
about
by the time
that.
right, because by the time Kelly got to the second one, she's like, I'm out here. I'm not. Mm-mm. Oop. You know that be when you caused all this conversation. Kid could have used
Something.
that. Yeah, yeah, something. But
I'm with
yeah. So
Cynthia. Kenya is above this. And I like that now everything that's going on behind the scenes, I don't know about that, but I like that she came to her and was like, listen, I was
this
not
beneath you.
there. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is supposed to be your
She said,
thing.
I know
Even
you. I don't know her.
right.
I know you. Like, girl, you is not doing this at your grand opening. And she had a nice
Mm.
grand opening. So yeah.
Yeah, they had the
Until we got
LeBronner
to this
Brothers
part,
things with the
they had
hair
like
and
a hair competition.
everything.
That was cute.
I
I
like look at
loved
the
it.
flowers in the background. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Okay, nice.
Threw it
Yeah,
all
so
away.
and then the screen went black, said that production had stopped filming with Kenya.
They said,
Stop
just
filming
so
with
you know,
her.
because I thought what they were going to do, I said this in my weekly huddle. I said, they're going to leave it for the end of the episode and they're going to show us
Mm-hmm.
half and they're going to give us the other half. You know, they like to drag things out, but they're going to give us the
Yeah.
other half next week. But they gave us it all and said, nope, that's it. That's all. Now,
Mm-hmm.
do you think the ratings been dropping? Do you think they're going significantly drop now that Kenya's not there anymore?
Yeah, I mean, depending on what they got. I mean, people talking about they divorces, like everybody getting the damn divorce. It seems like,
Yeah.
and it's interesting to see because Kelly, even though she was a good friend, going out and leaving out and going out the bread and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, it's also unfortunate. I will hope I will see how they friendship goes on the rest of the season because online she is
They're not
not
friends
feeling
now.
Brit no more.
Yeah.
So I want
I
to know
saw.
how that came to be. So that's just what I think.
And I guess we're gonna get to see some more of Shamia and Portia.
Hush, JB, talking about how a rookie come and take your spot. It gave me
Did.
loving basketball.
She
Never let
did.
a rookie take your spot. What the kids doing? Anyway.
No, I just
So yeah, so I just hated this for Kenya, to be honest. I think both of them should have got punished or suspended for some episodes. But yeah, Kenya should just pay her dust, ignore her. In my review, I think I said she should have uninvited her. She should never. She should have. I know she did a
yeah.
general invitation to everyone that night. I would have told production she may not come in my establishment.
I wouldn't have came in, okay, because everybody was giving her the wrong advice, and they said, "Oh, when she came in, oh girl, you good? She ain't throwing you out yet." Nope, never
Security,
mind. Never
security,
mind.
because
That
Kenya
means
got
you got
security.
something. Why you not throwing me out? That means you got something up your sleeve. Never mind.
Okay.
I
All
maybe
right.
shouldn't have came here, and I don't know why we tried to make that be that. If I was Brit, I wouldn't have came. You'd have had to do that without me there. Then would she have even done it? Because it looked like she wasn't going to do it until she saw
I
her,
think till she saw her, yeah. But Kenya wanted her to come before she could do that. But it
and that's why I
backfired.
would have been at home
But yeah,
with
Kenya
my
should have did instead
worrying
of
about
us.
whoever had passed that she was talking about in the van. I'm like, why are you even going? Don't you want to go home and mourn with your family? No.
Oh, her auntie.
Yeah,
Okay, she lost.
they're trying to soften us up. Then stay home.
Yeah, they tried to, but I just said my condolences and kept it pushing.
Right.
Yeah, so she came.
She's been
I,
in every single episode, Britt. So like you could have missed this one event. It'd have been okay.
yeah, but she didn't know that. They just be shooting stuff. They don't know what's gonna make it or not. And I think that's probably one of Kenya's fears. Like I said, for season 15, she did have a soft opening for this
Yeah.
business, and they
Right.
didn't show it. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess she feel like a pressure, and then Britt woke up the old Kenya in a sense, and she just said, "I'm just gonna." I'm pretty sure she battled with it, but she decided to do it anyway to guarantee this gonna get shown. That's what it felt like to me. So
Dang, we couldn't argue with somebody else to make sure it gets shown.
I don't know. But that's a gamble with the whole, because mind you, it's up to production to put the story together with these ladies or whatever, or start some stories allegedly. Um,
Baby, listen.
look, look, I don't put nothing past production, because they some messy hoes, 304s too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kenya, this crap.
So we got the justice for Kenya. I'm like, girl,
I
what?
thought that was
I said,
freaking
girl, what?
I thought that was a killer when I first seen it. She looked so light. I
Oh,
said, "Girl, what
not a
kind of
killer,
what in the filter?"
not
I
an
did.
unaliver.
No, her friend Akila, that she was there.
Oh,
That she was
Key.
Akila.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was. She was there for the soft opening. She was also here for
Hmm.
the grand opening. So
I
yeah,
thought that's who it was because she looked so doggone light, and I was like, "Oh," and I seen the eyes on. Oh, that's Kenya. Yeah, poor Tink Tink
dang,
is white.
need to say 14 thing. Oh, poor Kenya. Unfortunately, she had to take a L. So
A
there's
huge
that.
L.
Y'all know the queen is
Who we talking
coming
about?
back.
Phaedra? I know you're not calling Phaedra the queen. Is that why we giving me these? Because they can keep her too.
You see, he said rolling my eyes at the end as he's
Oh,
saying this sarcastically.
okay.
Like what? At first, I
Rolling my
started reading. I'm
eyes.
like, oh no,
Yeah, I
you
stopped.
tripping,
Look,
JB?
I'm never mind. I'm like somebody else. I read half of it. I'm gonna say
Yes, but yeah, I just hate it for Kenya, child. Kenya gonna have
right,
them cut.
Shayna.
Yeah, yeah,
That's how I knew it was her. Otherwise, Kenya is not that light. I mean, I guess it could be the lighting too.
yeah, it could be. Yes, everyone has their day. That's so true, Nita. That's so
Because they
true.
were both wrong. Brit was wrong and Kenya was wrong. Like,
Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
hate this. I hate this for her.
And
I'm like,
also production.
not y'all get me to like Kenya, and then y'all do this.
Right, that's what I said. That's what I
I
said.
spent how
I'm
many
not King
seasons?
Twirl. I'm not a Kenya fan. I never have been. But she has grown on me. That's what I say in my review. She
Yeah.
has grown on me. I'm not gonna hold
I
you.
put my baby toe in Team Twirl because I didn't want to, put my whole just my little baby toe because you never
Not your
know.
baby tough.
Right.
Hilarious. Yeah, I was not being serious. I say that because she said, "Nah,
That's
JB,
what she
we
said.
know the look. We know the truth,
Right.
girl, please, get out of here, get
Child,
away from
sweet
us
looks. Sweet
with
tea
that
helped married
Phaedra."
to medicine more than doggone Phaedra. Phaedra ain't do nothing. Sweet tea and quad is that whole
Yeah, that's the meat and potatoes over there. For us, the drama for us, married to medicine. It's the sweet tea and Quad and Greg and King. So, yep. And who gonna have a baby faster. So that's that. That's
Right.
yeah. So Kenya posted
Look,
the justice for Kenya. And then shout out to Barbara Shea Room. They managed to get the screenshot because I could not find this on her page, like you
I couldn't
said.
find it either. I think she either deleted it or no, it couldn't have been a
Because
story.
oh
I don't think
yeah,
it was a
that's true.
story.
You don't think it was a story? It
I
could
don't
have
know. I'm
been
trying to look
with
at
the
by the.
Andy clip, because Andy got the podcast with
Right.
people.
I
I
just
don't
listened
know.
to the clip.
Sometimes he be having guests. I listened to the clip, and Kenya was upset about what was said. As you can see, she said the two co-hosts are extremely ignorant. SA is great, and remember that what Frazier accused Kenya of attempting to do to Portia. I'm like, ugh, with the whole sex dungeon of it all. Revenge P. If someone showed Kim K sex tape to you, is that Revenge P? I found that plus ton others online. She signed a release for it, so it's fair receipt. It's a fair receipt. Like, warning: if you are not an attorney and familiar with Georgia law, then STFU.
Mm.
Sick of these bias and selective outrage. These comments should not have aired. It's a podcast where it's legal. You don't want activated Kenya, girl.
This was
Girl,
a lot. I said I don't even know if she said that.
like activated Kenya on your grand opening, girl. That was
Baby, yes,
girl.
that was activated Kenya too.
I shouldn't have shown at my event, but for the love of God, why would they ignore a clear blicky threat? I don't know. Like I said, both of y'all asses should have been suspended for some episodes. Okay.
And then Bravo was playing it on our face because they could have wiped Kenya out altogether and not air this. But here we are.
I guess they feel like they.
You wanted the
I guess they
storyline.
feel like they filmed. I guess
You
they
want
feel
to
like they
draw
filmed
us
so
in.
much in 3 weeks. I don't know.
They want to draw
Yeah,
us
they could
in.
have. I don't know. They could have did that, but
She had no
I
confessionals.
mean, as long as
We
they get
barely
paid,
saw her. We
as
saw
long as
her
she
at
get paid.
some little side scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like out to lunch with Portia, out to like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all we got. They could have scrapped all of that. She could have just been like, we could have just seen her like in the background at the events. And that's it. But no, you wanted us to see it. You wanted to
Yeah,
get them
I think they
ratings.
could have cut around it. I mean, if they, I don't
They're
know
making a
what
show, I guess.
if they paid her like the regular, like she was on for a whole season. I don't see why not. They could use it. She just ain't gonna get no confessionals.
Yeah, they can, but I'm just saying you making such a big stink out of it, and then for you to just go air it, like why even air it? But
All right.
we
I mean, she
watching,
got paid for it. As long as I get paid for it, you can air it.
we watching, and I
So
mean, I guess she felt vindicated last episode, but do you still feel vindicated? Do you still feel
that's what she's saying.
vindicated
If
this
you see it, she
episode?
said it's selective outrage and these comments should not be aired. She said like it's like sick of these bias and selective outrage. So
I just didn't like
it's like 50-50 when I
the
saw.
graphic one. Yeah, I don't think she should have done it at her event. That's first and foremost. And the graphic one is my real issue. The other
Yeah, the
ones
third
I
one was the kicker for me. I was like, yeah, you could have kept that for real. You could have kept that girl, but yeah.
child, I'm a little bit of a
Nonetheless.
prude. Not me being out at a fine, gathering and I'm wait, what?
People think she calling out Andy. She not really calling out Andy here. She calling out his two co-hosts.
Well, I was going to say that was how I looked at it when I first read it too. I said, "Oh, not you going for Andy," but then when I reread it, I said, "Well, it does says two co-hosts." Because
All right. So she had to clap back at someone who said, I'm here in Atlanta and want to go to the salon. Is it open? It's only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What the F? How are you going to make money? And she said, we are open other days by appointment only. Thanks.
That's what my beautician used to have her back
Yeah,
in the
that's
day.
what I just say.
That's
Yeah,
what she used to work Thursday, Friday. Same thing. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Same. She had the same schedule.
yeah, but the
And
other days are
if
by appointment only. She said
right.
we open, but not to the public. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like you have to
She
be like
had
have
her
appointment based client only.
she had been in salons and everything, and then at the last time she had us like in her house, and that's what she did Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I could get a she would give me a Wednesday appointment, but I guess like she
Mm-hmm.
said by appointment only. But that's typically what they work. That's your most
Yeah,
highest paying days. I guess if you got to squeeze somebody in one day and another day you can. But
yeah.
I guess
I guess they'd be
even
more open to public walk-ins on those days. I guess I don't know.
if she takes walk-ins, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
But yeah,
it's a
I think you got book
salon, right? So
appointment anyway.
she has more services anyway. So maybe certain services you
Yeah,
can
she
walk
do.
in, and other ones you can't.
Yeah, well, it would have been disjointed seeing if they cut her out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It'd have been a boring seat. Well, not
I mean,
boring,
because I
but
mean, they talked about it last year when it happened in real time. So why not show what went down? I guess.
yeah, I guess that's how they were thinking.
Yeah, I
They
guess.
could have figured it out, child. I mean, here we are. We talking about it, aren't we? So there's
Yeah,
that.
we are talking about it. So it's justice for Kenya. So this is a wrap. This is a wrap for Kenya. More. But people were like, "Why would you do that to a business?" I think she's doing fine because I saw somebody did an article. It's not
Okay.
really. It's not really in Atlanta. It's like a little bit outside of
Yeah, I heard it's
Atlanta.
outside of Atlanta.
I'm like, oh, okay. So you in the bougie area, yo? Because I
Okay.
did be seeing that white lady in there working. So I did see.
My thought now, I'm curious now that we've seen this episode and she's been tweeting or posting what the outcome was going to be. Because after I watched episode 4 with the stuff that happened with Brit, I was like, okay, we get rid of Brit next season and we bring Kenya back. But now I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know. Has she ruffled feathers to the point where she can't come back? I mean, we don't like Brit, so we don't want it. That's what we're telling you. That's what the viewers are telling you. But are we gonna, bring Kenya back? I don't. Mm,
Yeah, JB. I agree.
yeah,
Um,
I guess so.
after I thought about it for a little longer, so yeah,
Yeah, because it's been like what 2 years, child, something like
almost
that.
2 years. And like then they bought Fei
At
facial
the
expressions
edge,
in. So
child, I am not
and
ready to look at her.
so Phaedra talking about Phaedra is so fake because when she was on Married to Medicine, she paid Atlanta housewife dust. But when Married to Medicine they was kicking her ass over there. Now she giddy to get back over here.
Man, it was kicking her
I
behind, and
mean,
she found out Candy left. She was like, "Ooh, hello,
okay,
hello,
Candy is
hi."
gone. That's the only
She was
reason
like,
why.
pick me, pick me,
It's
tag
giving
me
like
in,
we
coach.
picking up scraps. We picking up scraps. So yeah. Um
She sure
yeah, so
did.
yeah,
She sure did.
yeah.
And talked about which cracked me up. Oh, maybe I might have still been in my marriage had I been with this group. I said, Phaedra, shut
Shut
up.
up. Girl,
Stop. Girl,
put
stop.
something in your mouth. Go put something in your mouth. Shut up. For real.
I said, what are we doing here? Mm.
Yes. So somebody did bomb shout out to Bombshell. They did like a spread a blog on Kenya Moore hair spa and stuff
Okay.
like that. Um I think all this melee did made her fall out with Love B Scott. I remember that.
Um,
If you ever check Love B Scott, I don't think she is not posting anything about Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore because she used
okay.
to. So I don't know. Yeah, she got some good reviews. I thought she just do natural hair, but she also do installment wigs and stuff. Well, not she,
Yeah, I
but
thought she did
whoever
like
worked there.
quick weaves or something.
Yeah, because Kenya wear a weave.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she got mad with Tanya, because Tanya said you forgot your wig.
Baby, listen.
And then that's when the cookie lady came. So I
Hello,
got
Lady
something for you.
Taurus 59.
Hey there. Yeah, so that is our conclusion that do y'all think it's justice for Kenya? Y'all still want to see Kenya next season if possible?
I
Y'all do
do.
you think she should come back?
Well, I'll say I do if she still wants to come back.
So you want it to be up to her, like you want
Yeah,
it
if
to
she
be an option
I
for
would
her, I
I
should
would
say.
like I would like to see her, but I don't know where her feelings will be by then. Like they could ask her to come back and she could not want to come back. So I mean, obviously as a human being, I want her to do whatever it is that she wants to do. But I would like to see her on my screen again if she's
Yeah,
up for the task.
yeah, saying I don't mind seeing her back next season, but my thing is, do you think my other question is, do you think she should be allowed to come to the reunion? Because this
Yes.
was a major part of the season that
I
had
would say
people drawn
yes.
in.
Look, we could put Brit in again, married to medicine. We could put Brit in and what's her name in the basement, like we did Greg and T. And then Kenya could be, you know.
Then Usher
Or we
and
could do
Kenya.
or we can do a OG and Evelyn and we tape from a remote location for Brit. Tape Brit from backstage.
I think so, but she's sure herself. Well, according to this blog that this news article from Bombshell, who posted it like 2-3 days ago, said that her, in case you wondering about her hair spot, it's still there, and it's not in Atlanta. It's like outside, a little ways outside of Atlanta, and it's still thriving. It's only open 3 days a week, and she do the whole hair spa stuff, and
What other services
yeah,
does she have? Do they do like lashes? Do
they
they do
do blowout. They do the
facials?
hair spa, protein treatment, silk
So
press,
it's only hair, nothing other than hair.
maintenance services, wigs, weaves and wigs, installment extensions, takedowns.
Okay, so only
That's
hair.
what I see so far.
So
Yeah,
only
it's a hair
spa.
spa.
Okay, you can have a hair spa and have another little off to other services.
It
I know she
like
does
what?
hair. She has hair care
Like
products, but you
like Manny and Petty. What we talking about?
yeah,
No,
little eyelashes.
no. Maybe eventually. Let her work out this hair spa thing
It's been
first.
open though. That's what I'm saying. I don't know
That's,
what we've gotten to. Are we still just hair? That's why I ask.
they said her
It's
grand
all
open was
fancy.
2024. It was in 2024. This is 2025.
Okay. All right.
Let
All
let
right.
let,
All
her,
right.
let this drama die down. But she had good reviews, and I'm glad, and I'm still continue to hope that it does not mess with these
Yeah, because she
this
got her money
backlash,
back.
but not mess with her business like that. Because yeah,
Baby, listen.
look, two wrongs don't make it right. But hey, if you nick
Yeah.
me, I'm gonna cut you deep. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of, well, like you said, it's 50-50. Some people are saying you can't do, this to me and then tell me how to react. So,
how to
I mean,
react. Yeah,
she took it way too far in a
below
lot of
hell.
people's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it wouldn't be
Yeah, but
me, but
it wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. No.
this is definitely Kenya of old. This is not.
Uh-uh. I would not do it at my own place. No.
She said, "You gonna turn
She
me
just should
turn
have
me
did
back to the
what she did to Marlo with the whole marching band. See, that was
yeah."
at Marlo's spot. So you do that. not
And
as
that's
your
what I was
own.
thinking too. Like, why would you mess up your own event? Why would you mess up like her event? Because I wouldn't want her to mess up like one of the other ladies' events either. But like, why wouldn't you wait till Britt was doing something to, you
Right.
know, let it marinate, let it cook? Like, okay, I got
Right.
you.
Let it go.
Oh, and y'all still not gonna do nothing? Plotting and planning and planning and plotting.
Planning and plotting. Hilarious. But yes. Yes, that's it. That's all to this conclusion of the Kenya versus Brit. How did we get here? And we talked about how we got here because it started off not making no sense, and then it did a turn to violence, and then
Oh, I
somebody
was going
went
to
below
say
hell.
he's like to the turn. I was like, to what? To making sense? No, okay.
Violence. No, no,
Yes.
no,
We
no.
did take a
Oh
turn for
no,
violence.
definitely not making sense because it went from not making sense to violence to gutter below hell. It's like, yeah, and then it's like a self-sabotage kind of, if you will, of Kenya Moore not being on the show anymore. So there's that. Unfortunately,
She got filters on this picture. Look, she ain't got no lines in her face, in her forehead.
well, you know it's a filter, yeah.
Her neck look pretty good.
And you know that tape is like they have to type over that, redo that tape.
Yeah, I know. That part I know.
Cause,
Look, I was just
cause I
looking at the
remember,
rest of her
cause I
features.
remember it was a ad, something like that, with the whole tape across the mouth, and it was something. It was like
Oh,
a
was that for
campaign. It was a
was it DV?
campaign. Yeah, I think so. It was like a campaign. So
For like Cynthia's mom, and I think that's was it. The DV one, I think.
I remember it was the tape across the mouth or something, and it has forgot what it had on it, but it was for a
She said,
cause,
click, click, click,
right?
click, 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 click. Thank you.
Justice for Kenya. But
And
hopefully,
Her friend Akila was taken up for her online too, saying that
yeah.
she
Let me
was
see where I get that because I remember um she did express how she felt about it. So she's sticking up for a
she said
friend.
she wasn't protected for, how many ever episodes, and
Oh yeah, she said, all I'm gonna say is you were provoked and antagonized for 4 episodes. You were the best version of yourself during every single encounter with every single cast member. The moment the threat was made was the moment action should have been taken. Instead, you were called a liar and told you didn't hear what you heard. Wait. So who told her that? Production? So nobody
it could have been. Well, Kelly said she didn't hear it, and
You was right there when she said it the first time.
I
And
know,
then you
but
said,
that's what
no,
she
don't worry
said, and
about
then I
that.
think
My
she's
security here.
right, and then I think she said on Watch What Happens Live that she didn't hear it either. Oh, in the melee, I didn't hear everything, but yeah, she did say something about her security. That's what people are like, girl, you lying.
Are you lying? You was right. I'm like, was y'all drunk? Like, what? Y'all was that lit? What the heck is going on? Like,
Could have been.
no,
It could have
no.
been production too, which to me is BS because if we can hear it, that means it picked it up. The audio was picked up, so
Right.
that
And
means
they
y'all
right
heard it.
there,
Yeah,
a foot
I
away.
don't know.
Like, come on.
I get why she's upset. I just wouldn't have done that at my own event. No, I wouldn't have gone quite that low, but
I wouldn't went
can't
that low,
tell.
but now my own event. But
I
anyway.
look, I can't. I was just about to say, can't tell people how low to go. So there's that.
All right. And then her friend also said everyone involved played in your face. So what's a girl to do? I don't blame you for taking matters in your own hand and finding out where the skeletons are buried. While I am here, a friend to everyone is a friend of no one. And don't stab me, then try to control the bleeding. The end.
Okay, stand up for your friend.
Okay.
And I thought we were gonna get her this season. I thought we were gonna get Ming, which she was also at
I think
the hair
they was
opening
testing
too.
her because she was at
Yeah,
Balmain. I saw her
yeah, she
at
was there
Kelly
too.
event. So yeah, I think they was testing. They just didn't pick her up. So
I like Kelly though. Angela's okay. Angela's giving me like
I don't want to pass
Drew.
nobody nudes in that setting.
She's giving me like Drew and like Eva, like throw the rock and hide your hand, plus pay both sides of the. That's like Angela's giving me.
Oh yeah, Angela. Yeah, she gonna play the game, but yeah. Only
So
reason I like Angela
she's
because it's
okay.
I like Charles because he don't give a. He
Charles is a
said,
mess, child.
"Bump these cameras." I don't
He
give a.
is a mess. So she's
He gonna
okay.
say,
I like Kelly. Brit is the only one that I'm just like, you do too much, girl. You do too much. Yeah, that's close. Too close, man.
Right,
Too close.
that was weird.
Yeah, she does too
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah, so that was like justice for Kenya, I guess, but we ain't gonna see the girl no more. I would say our girl. Well, she is my girl, but I'm not Team Twirl, so I just like her.
just
I
a
grew
baby
to like
toe.
her.
Just a baby toes and Team
Just,
Twirl.
yeah, so yeah. Justice for
How
her.
many
I
episodes we
guess.
got this season?
I hope not a lot because the way they took so
Brit's
long
voice for you.
to put this together, scraps together. So hopefully not a lot of episodes. I hope not because please don't drag it out.
So we got
Because
maybe
the
like another
way y'all
8
took so
or
long to
so.
come back, like y'all was scrapping stuff together. No,
They've
ma'am.
been shortening the season, so maybe like another 8 episodes, maybe like 13.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it'd be a good
And a 3-part
8
reunion.
more. No, it need to be
Oh no,
a
well then
2-part.
that would be 16, and Married to Medicine had 18, so we might have 10 episodes and a 2-part,
I don't
3-part reunion.
no.
She said
No.
get somebody else to do it. Okay, never mind, I'll be quiet.
Nope.
JB said it's Brit's voice for him.
I'm gonna be wiping my nose now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he said 17 plus the reunion.
17 of what? 15 of what?
Because Married to Medicine
Portia
had...
and Shamia not longer friends, and why Kelly and Brit fall out.
Married to Medicine had 15 episodes. 15 episodes and 3-part reunion.
That Married to Medicine 3-part reunion was BS.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, y'all not watching that last one, the last recap I did. Everybody said, it's another one. Never mind. We watched the first 2, ma'am. I'm like, come on now.
Well, the third one, we had the performance of a Smurf.
Set me free. I want to be free.
Smurf Greg. Yeah, so... Yeah, go ahead, be free.
You is free. What's wrong with you, fool?
Free off this show. But anyway, yeah, that's the conclusion of how we got here with the whole Kenya Brit. So we will miss you, Kenya, and all your antics. But yeah, that was not the way to go. But it's unfortunate. No. And I would like to see how this Brit girl will move afterwards. So we shall see, y'all. But before we get out here,
hopefully she's not talking about Kenya. I give you 1, maybe 2 episodes, ma'am. I don't want to hear nothing.
I give you a scene. I give you one scene. I'm not giving you a whole episode.
Now, baby, you knew she's been talking about that ring thing for like a good 3 episodes. So, and that was very insignificant. Like, girl,
and I will stop my recaps reviews. I just be a spectator, and I'll be making some tweets.
JB said Beverly Hills and Potomac has 17 episodes.
Yeah. Oof. Beverly Hills, they could have just stopped at 10. Good night. Good night, Lady Taurus. Good night. Yeah, but before we get out of here, make sure if y'all new here, if y'all made it this far, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to both our channels, please. And like the video and share this out if you got a kiki out of it, because we just, shooting the breeze, talking about this whole Kenya Brit of it all. And there'll be no more Kenya and what the future of these episodes will look like. So before we get out of here, Miss Kara speaks. Oh, okay. After you wipe your tears, can you tell the people what you got coming up on your channel?
I don't got nothing to pour out, y'all. So we did a Never Ever Met's panel last night, you guys. Be sure to check that out. Part 3 of the Married to Medicine reunion. Please go watch it. Please and thank you. I appreciate y'all. We got a weekly huddle coming up on Sunday, as well as we'll be back for Found. And Raising Canaan, I'll be here for on Saturday. And keep your notifications on because it might be, something else in there. But for sure, those things.
Yes. For me, after this live, I got I'm uploading my recap of the episode 5 of it all. So yeah, I'll do the whole episode of that. So I'll upload that, and I'll also, like Miss Kira Speak said, we had the Never Ever Met season 2 episode 1 panel, and I also did a quick thoughts video. So please check that out. And also, Found tomorrow is back. So we usually do that with a panel on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then also Friday early morning, first reaction of Raising Canaan with VKJ TV. So if you up late watching Raising Canaan and you want our first reaction, please stay up with us and join us.
Beyond the Gates.
I mean, it depends on what coast you're on, because over there, West Coast is not, over here, Midwest,
not on the West
East
Coast, exactly.
Right. We have to be up late, so that's unfortunate. So yes, I got that, and I said Found already, right? Oh, Beyond the Gates, my weekly recaps. Yes, the Black Soap. Yes, I do that weekly. Yeah, so it's a lot of content out here. So yep, I think that's it for me. If not, just check out the channel.
Yep, keep your notifications
hit the notification bell,
mm-hmm.
Right? So you know when we drop something, okay? And we are out of here, you guys. See you in the next one. Bye. On track, now we gon' way up. W is easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting